everybody, KC0VII, and along with Mr. Duke. How you doing, Mr. Duke? He's had a tired weekend. We're back from camping, and even though you're tired and you had a lot of fun, there's still an important steps you got to go through and make sure it's safe for the next time you go camping. I'll throw up my little check sheet here, and I'll read off one I got here. When you park your rig, wherever you're going to park it, if you store it around the homestead or you just park it, then take it to a storage center, make sure when you park it, it's on level. We want it so if any rain happens, it's not going to pool up on the roof of a flat RV roof. You know, I'm lucky here with the teardrop style Tigger. It's, you know, it doesn't matter if it's level or unlevel, the water's going to run off the way this is designed. So you want to make sure, I mean, what you can do is get it somewhat level, unload everything, then when you're all done, crank that nose up or down depending on which way you want the water to drain off from it. And also alternate a little bit. I used to, on the Class C, I had some big blocks. I'd put one on the left side for, you know, a couple times and on the right side, just so the water's not running off in the same spot all the time. You see the neighbor kids. No dragging neighbor kids to the puppy den. Go through, remove any dirty and clean clothes. You know, make sure you get all the dirty clothes out so you don't have a biological experiment from your 9th grade science class starting to take effect. Some people will actually have a couple complete sets of clothes, you know, a couple pairs of jeans or underwear, socks, t-shirts. In the Class C, that was big enough for storage area in there. I actually had a pair of jeans, a pair of shorts, 2 sets of underwear, 2 sets of socks, a t-shirt and a sweatshirt, and along with a hoodie in the closet and a light windbreaker. Then when we'd go camping, I'd add on to that, but I would always make sure I cycled those out so they were always clean and always fitting, you know, they fit me. Make sure you go through, remove your trash, dump your trash if you haven't done it at the campground. It's amazing where trash, you know, little candy bar wrappers or, you know, napkins or toilet paper, you'll get dropped off in between the seat cushions. Just do a good thorough through, make sure it's all cleaned up. Food, make sure you remove all food items from the camper. You don't want to leave any food in there. It's okay to leave like packets of sugar and creamer for your coffee, but anything, food items, if you have a mice problem, the mice will find it, and we don't want that. Turn off your refrigerator. Make sure you, after you unload all the food out of it, make sure you go in there and wipe it down so it's nice and clean. One thing I've learned is I got this little towel bar on the front of the refrigerator. What I'll do is I'll have a small hand towel on that. I drape that now over the top of the door and shut it. It's thick enough it's going to trip the switch so the light doesn't come on, but there's enough gap in there to allow fresh air to cycle in and out of the refrigerator so you don't get any mold growing in there. I always connect the power. That way they're fully charged, ready to go for the next time. Do a quick cleanup inside. Usually I take, nest building time. A washcloth or a sponge and wipe everything down the counter, the sink, the handles in the bathroom. Take a look at the floor after I shake the rugs off. The floor clean, just wipe it all down so it's nice and ready to go the next time. Then what I will usually do is on the windows on the new camps are designed, you can have them cracked open a little bit, but they're still, water won't get in from a rainstorm unless it's really windy. I'll set the front window up with that slight crack and pop open the top vent a little bit for ventilation so air can come in through the front and exit out through the top. Then I'll close off the the night shades on these 2 side windows so it's all dark in here and nobody can look inside, see what's going on. Again, the important thing is now, well, you know, last thing you want to do is dump your fresh water. Open up your low points on the lines, open up the drain on your tank. You want to make sure you drain all the water out if you can. On my kitchen sink here, that is the end of the line set. And I pop that open, then air can get on the inside, on the back side of the water, and push that water out. On the new camps, underneath me, there is a yellow valve. It's notorious. It's known as the yellow valve syndrome. It is the drain for the hot water heater. They use a tankless system, an Aldi system in these new camps, and you got to make sure you pop that open. When you drain the line set, it will not drain the water inside that tankless. So you want to make sure you open up that yellow valve, and when you go to add water, when you get ready to go camping, make sure you shut the yellow valve. Then again, I'll just do a quick look through everything over, make sure everything. A lot of times the cabinets, I'll open those doors, allow air circulation, so it stays nice and fresh, and you don't get a mildew smell in here. Cabinets, like I said, keep those open. The doors, I kind of keep them a crack a little bit if possible. The bathroom door, I'll prop open so air circulates in there. Then I make sure that any outdoor storage compartments are locked, and also the door I'll lock. That way it's all ready. I don't have it here now because I got to get this ready. The kids are coming home for the week. I have one of those little $15 Wi-Fi cameras you can pick off Amazon. I believe it's called a Mercury camera, the manufacturer. Usually I'll set one of those in here on the app on the phone. I can look at that. It doesn't record. Well, you can actually purchase the record feature. I don't. I just view it. And every once in a while I'll just pop that open and make sure everything looks good inside there. Another thing is, if you have any electronics, make sure you unplug them because it's going to get warm in here in the summertime, and electronics on real high temperatures don't really work too good. That's another thing. You may want to get one of those little desktop humidity temperature thermometers, humidistats, and have it in the shot of that camera if you put a camera in there so you can see how hot it's getting in there. On those real hot summer days, you may want to come out and prop open the front door, put the screen up, allow, bleed off some of that heat. Anything else, Mr. Duke? Yeah, he's already ready for the next camp trip. We'll put this one in the can. Thanks for coming along on these 4 videos on for you newbies and your younger, less experienced campers on how I do it. Now, again, I am not an expert. I do have a lot of time camping. Growing up as a kid, we always were camping. And one of my jobs is always prepping the camper and deprepping the camper when we're done. Standing in the bathroom with the hose through the window in the bathroom, filling out the toilet, and yelling at Dad, pull the butterfly valve. It's filling. And a lot of those campground hoses you can't bend to pinch it off, and they didn't have a switch, a nozzle hitting on it. So, well, I'm going to get thrown out. He's ready for a nap. We're going to get this ready for the kids when they come in. Then hopefully we'll get the next video after this in the series will be on campground etiquette. I'm working on that to get some more information on that, and we'll go from there. 7th year, everybody. Enjoy the summer. Be sure to tell your friends, neighbors, other hams. Subscribe, hit that bell to get notification when new videos come out. Add comments below. 7th year, everybody.